Hi, this is Jordan White with my last video of 2017 and heading on to the new year 2018. And here are my, actually three. I'm not going to tell you all of my New Year's resolutions, but I could tell you at least three. I feel like I better get these out. So here we go. I'm going to give you reasons why these New Year's resolutions are on my list. New Year's resolution number 1. Never let any piece of news or anything I see on any media affect my behavior. While I have had a very good year in 2017, everything in the news acted like everything was being sacrificed to Satan, or even like the world was in an apocalyptic scene. The problem with me was not Trump or the chaos in between, but rather me taking all the bad things that Trump was called, applying them to myself, and seeing myself as the virtual antichrist in the many situations that the media complained about. Each news piece turned out to be darkness at every turn, so I switched over to right-wing media like Breitbart, but even that didn't help, so I have to get away from all news media, regardless of left-wing or right-wing. The complaints and attacks kept on getting worse. But the two things that pretty much destroyed my chance of seeing something good come from the news was, number 1, Disney buying 20th Century Fox, and number 2, a massive backlash against Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. You see, I love Disney, and I also love Star Wars. I always loved the Disney animated features. I always loved the spectacle and storytelling that Star Wars gives me, similar to my struggle and faith. However, when Disney buys a major studio like Fox and reduces the amount of competition, it gets harder for me to be a Disney fan. Yet, Dad tells me that while consolidations happen all the time and big companies buy each other and such, there are always people who have the talent and dream of getting into the same business as the big companies, including the software development people. And I've already discovered in my My Little Pony the movie editorial about chapter 4 about all the other all the other movie studios besides Disney, and just like there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna tell you that. One of them is Entertainment Studios, Lionsgate, A24, STX, Open World Films, all that stuff. Weinstein Company, downhill because, well, you know what happened this year with the Weinstein Company. So, to either block all news or undesirable media, or ignoring the content in the accidental circumstance that you may come across it, will help to solve my New Year's resolution. Number 1. Speaking of software development, let's move on to the second New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution number 2, successfully perseverate on software engineering and doing my job well. Nothing else. Sorry. I've just got to scratch my ear. I work at one of the largest retail corporations in North America, developing software. The challenge comes when there are thousands or millions of entertainment options or fascinating subjects that are vying for your attention or distraction. If you're at work, you can't be playing video games. At least I don't do that at work, but fascination with the current weather, along with practical effects and traditional animation, can get me distracted. Therefore, being able to perseverate on the right things, such as being able to do your job right and double-checking your work, can come a long way. This applies to me, but this also applies to anyone who's in a job, like myself. Do this for 3 to 4 more years, and I can progress to the level of senior software engineer. Finally, there is the third New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution number 3, work hard to better understand social behavior so I can interact with my peers on an adult level. You see, when I was diagnosed with high-functioning autism, they also discovered that I have pervasive development disorder, meaning that I am more socially immature than other people my age. I've had my fair share of social media mistakes. Therefore, social media is in moderation. I have also had my fair share of mistakes in real everyday social situations, face to face the old-fashioned way. I'm getting better in that department. Who says that people only look at their phones these days? At least when my boss is speaking to me, I listen. I believe listening and looking at what the other people do at the table or what they are talking to each other when they're talking to each other is key to giving me better social behavior on an adult level. This tactic and New Year's resolution will also help me gain a girlfriend. Being in love is a big step in my life, so being able to gain social behavior on an adult level can put me in line with my coworkers, many of whom are already married and have kids of their own. A part of me is like, settle down, are you kidding? I'm at the top of my game. I'm up there with the big dogs. Aspies, come on. Leave the saving the world to the neurotypicals? I don't think so. I don't think so.